now I'm in Charlotte at 17 by myself. We had a camper there for 3 months, and every day I'd ride my little bicycle to the race shop, stay there all day as long as I could because I did not want to go back home to the camper. So that was so hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted it, you got it. The place for the untold, real, raw, and juicy stories of dirt track racing. It's Dirt Track Confessions. And now here's your host, Mandee Pauch Mahaney.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dirt Track Confessions. I'm your host, Mandee Pauch Mahaney. On this week's episode, we have a special guest, Lavar Scott. Lavar, how are you?
I'm great. Like I said before, I watched all your stuff before, so it's really cool to be a part of it and talk to you.
No, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming actually into the studio. This rarely happens, but you were like, you know what, I'm going to be in Jersey. So thank you for making this happen.
Yes, anytime.
So, Lavar, I guess I don't want to take your story from you, but brief-ish background. Obviously, like, you're from New Jersey. I think you started racing, what, like at 5?
5, yeah.
At 5?
I got pushed around in a quarter midget when I was 3 around the racetrack, but then I tested a little bit when I was 4, but first race when I was 5.
And where were, like, the main tracks you were?
Blackbird and Blackbird Speedway in Newcastle, Delaware.
Oh, down Delaware.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
I got you. Okay, so you went there, and then you raced a while, and then I think you said it was in 2020 you made the trip down to North Carolina.
Yes.
At age
16.
16. Yeah. And okay, you got to tell people this story because so you got accepted into NASCAR's Premier Driver Development Program with Rev Racing.
Yes.
I'm just start from the beginning. Like, how does one get accepted and live in a motorhome for a couple months? Do tell.
Oh, a camper. It was
a camper. Oh, even better. Even better.
Little.
Yeah.
It was surreal how it all played out. I remember 2019 was really probably my first year of really racing a lot of 600 micros.
Mm-hmm.
I raced 125s, 250s, 270s, and 600s for years previous. But when I turned 14 and 15, that's where you can actually travel and race a lot of PA tracks.
Yeah.
A lot of other tracks I wasn't allowed to before. So I took it very serious. And that year I picked up a good amount of wins, nothing like you guys and Billy Pauch and all that stuff. Yeah. But for our stuff,
you're doing it though. You were doing it.
I picked up a decent amount of wins, and I won at Salem's Grove, which was pretty big for us. Airport a few times, some good runs at Action Track. So it was just a really good year, and that caught the attention of our racing back in 2019 and early 2019, and I did a combine for them. Went down to Charlotte, and we got to test the little 206s go-karts at Trackhouse Motorplex, and did that for a day. We did some media training for the other day, a fitness training, and but that time I didn't make the team.
Yeah,
I didn't get accepted. So that year I just went back to work. I raced more, got better. Started sending read my results and stuff like that. Just try to stay in contact, right? Because I was still young, so there was still a chance in the future, and that paid off. And I got invited to do a combine again a few months later, but it was for the adult program in a late model stock.
Okay.
So I went from racing the little 600 micro sprints. Now I'm in a full body stock car testing against guys that been in it for years, right? Yeah. It was pretty intimidating. You had guys like Chase Cabry, Nick Sanchez, some really big names in that combine at the time. But I ended up making the team, and I found out beginning of 2020, which was pretty crazy because that's when COVID started.
Oh.
Yeah. So
yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beginning of COVID.
Hello.
So for me, and I probably shouldn't say this, I was in high school at the time, and I remember I was sitting in computer class, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to do all my high school work really fast before I made a move to go to Charlotte for the summer. So I had some really good friends that helped me with a lot of my schoolwork.
Well, now that we're out of high school, I think it's okay.
Yeah. I had a lot of friends that helped me with my schoolwork and getting some classes done pretty quickly so I can make that jump. And then I raced the U.S. Legend cars down to the summer shootout in Charlotte. And I remember my mom bought me a little camper because at the time, we didn't know if it was going to be a long-term move. We're very, very green to the NASCAR world. We don't know what this is, what it could be like.
Dude, you're from Jersey.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Exactly. I got you.
So, we don't know if I'm even good. I could finish 25-20 every single week and be sent back home. So, at the little campsite at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, we had a camper there for 3 months, and every day I'd ride my little bicycle or get a ride from my grandmom to the race shop, stay there all day as long as I could because I did not want to go back home to the camper. I didn't have, I had bad Wi-Fi. I had no friends there. It was I don't want to say boring, but it was pretty boring.
Pretty bad.
No license, so I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So I remember I stayed at the shop every day, all day, weekends, weekdays, just to get out the camper.
Yeah.
But it paid off. We started off rough. If there was 30 cars, we would probably qualify 21st. We would run 16th for the first 3 weeks. Within week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we got better and better and better. We got some top 10s, ran in the top 5 once, and that just showed Rev that, I mean, there was some talent there and for progression if given opportunity.
Yeah.
So that year we got a chance. Well, the following year we got a chance to move up into the late model stock program and had success there. Got a win. Then ran that another year, and then got the chance to race in the Arca National Series. That's where I'm at today.
And Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How awesome was that?
That was really cool. It was kind of weird because my main focus last year it was my first year, but my focus was still on getting a win and getting a championship. But once some things kind of happened earlier that year that we had some mechanical failures that took us out of that chance very quickly. If we're at Talladega, I think it was a 38 car field and we had a mechanical issue, we finished 38th. So we were already 38 points behind the leader for the championship. So at that point, you want to have hope, right? Have a chance of coming back, but realistically, it's way too difficult to do that. So at there, you just had to change your expectations and your goals throughout the year, and I think I did that pretty well. And at that time, it was just to get the Rookie of the Year, get something right, and we were able to do that. So it was good.
So from where you started to where you currently are at 21, let's go with I don't know, from wherever, like the learning curve, because you go from racing the small car tracks on a Friday, Saturday night, kind of doing your own thing to now it's like, okay, all eyes are on you.
For sure. For me, I put it like two ways. It was more of it was an on-track learning curve and kind of off-track learning curve. For me, it was definitely the off-track stuff that I had to learn, and communication. And I'm very proud to say this. I come from a dirt background. I think most of us can get in any type of car and adapt pretty well. Just because dirt, you're in every situation. The track changes so much. You have to be on top of things. Sometimes you have to drive a car a certain way, and other times you'll drive it a different way. And I think that prepares you for any style of racing you get into. But for me, it was the off-track stuff. Like, how do I communicate with a crew chief now? How do I listen to a spotter tell me what to do? You know what I mean? It's whenever you're in a dirt race, you have 25 laps, and it's your car, go get after it and try to get the win.
Hopefully there's no pit stop needed.
Exactly. You're a bad night if that happens. Now you got 150 laps, and you got to pace yourself easy for the first 75 or 100, whatever, and listen to the spotter, what's going on, fuel, so many different types of situations you have to be thinking about as you're racing an asphalt car. That dirt racing, I didn't know. So that was hard. And communication, now you got a whole team of guys helping you work on your car. You got to talk to your crew chief what this is doing, and I hope he understands of how you're saying it correctly, to trust you to do the right changes, and you need to trust him that the change is going to be made correctly. It was a lot. That was a lot to get used to. And then being in the shop, right? Like for me, I would go in the shop at 16, 17. I know I'm racing cars, so I'm happy, right? I'm
living the dream.
Living a dream where they're doing it for the same reason we go out there and get wins, but this is also how they support their family, right? So that they're more serious, as they should be. I'm 17 years old, so that was hard just to kind of figure out adults, because now every day I'm with adults. I'm not in high school anymore or at college. I'm now working with adults every single day at 17, which was hard to get used to, and I had to figure out how to balance that. But on track stuff, we're all race car drivers, and if you're pretty talented, you can adapt to anything pretty quickly, I think.
I feel like in racing, as a kid, you grow up fast, really freaking
very fast. And I was thinking about that. You have, like me being 21, I'm in the middle, right? I'm not in the older group. I'm not in the younger group anymore. But now I look at the younger kids, and just the way they carry themselves, the way they talk, how they talk in interviews is pretty surreal. It's like super professional, and they just know how to carry themselves. My little cousin, like he's only 12, and just the way he can talk to adults, and
it's amazing.
It's pretty surreal. You have to grow up really fast in this sport for sure.
Yeah. So backing up to your team, because I don't know, running dirt 600s or wherever, the family car, whatever it looks like, I'm sure there were people helping you, but it was pretty much you.
Yeah.
And now you have a ton of people that you have to know.
Yes,
You got to know their
exactly.
names. You got to know what makes them happy, what makes them tweak. But how do you feel the chemistry is like really needed when it comes to a successful team?
That is everything. You mainly between the driver and the crew chief. If that isn't aligning, if he doesn't have trust in you, you don't have trust in him, I don't think you're gonna have a good year at all.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, for him to give it his all each and every day at the race shop, he has to really believe that you can go out there and get it done. And because it's take away time from his family.
Yeah.
We travel a lot, so that's just it's a lot. So for him to want to spend the extra hours in the shop to make sure the car is fully prepared, he needs to trust you and believe in you. And I also need to be the same way. And I think this year with the crew chief I have now, we're really always on the same page. We're clicking
That's
really
great.
well. Even last year, my crew chief I had, we were good for sure. Just different setup stuff where maybe we didn't really align on. But this year, just if I feel like if I talk to my crew chief now, his name's Glenn Parker. We do sim together and everything. He listens to it. We make changes, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But usually it's been working pretty well, and we click. And I think that's the most important. Like I know he's working hard. He knows I'm at the shop working hard each and every day with the workouts, with training, with race prep. I go home, play sim, and he knows I'm doing that. So he knows I'm putting 100% in. But if it wasn't that situation, I don't think the year would be going how it's going.
Yeah.
Right now we're leading points and it's really good, but I think that's a lot because of just how me and him are working together.
Yeah.
We had a Rockingham last week. We had not a problem, but we expected better out of both of us for qualifying, but we didn't hang our heads about it. I'm not upset at him. He's not upset at me. It's just part of it. Let's go out and get it done for the race. And I think that's how you have to be. If you start getting up on each other or don't believe in each other, the year's going to go downhill really quickly.
No,
really quickly.
100% agree.
Yeah.
So tell us what I always say, quote unquote, normal week looks like for you. Because obviously we're not living in a camper anymore, right?
No, we got a house now.
Okay, good. We got a house. We upgraded. But what is, in the thick of race season, what does a normal week per se look like? Like you said, you're working, you come home, you do the sim, do tell.
Yeah, so every day, mainly from 6:45 to 7, I'm up. I don't really get past 7 o'clock, but I try to do 6:45. But sometimes it doesn't work out. But by 7, I'm up. I get to the shop around 8 o'clock. Always make sure I have a cup of coffee first.
Okay.
Cup of coffee is a go for me. I have one right now.
Yep.
I'm at the shop by 8, and we have workouts from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock with a trainer. Her name's Breler. She's really good. I mean, I feel like I've physique, mental, everything has improved a lot because of our training we do every day. And I know that we're training hard.
Yeah.
So that helps. And then from there, from 10 to 12, I'm in class now. I do schoolwork or I do a lot of the business sponsorship side of things, reaching out and doing emails.
Now, is that for the racing or is that college?
That's college.
Okay, college.
So college, I try to do from 10 to 11 college work and then 11 to 12 sponsorship stuff, emails. But I just mix in the two. If I know I got to do something that needs to be done today, I do that or whatever. And then we go to lunch as a team pretty much every day.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like even now, like a lot of times I bring in my lunch to the shop. But if the team's going out to eat, I eat it early or eat it when I get back just to still spend time and bond with them. I love my teammates. They're awesome. They're awesome. And then after that, from 1 to 4 or 3, I try to be in the race shop and just be with the guys. I mean, they're working hard every single day to make sure I'm putting one of the best cars, and I really appreciate that. So I just try to be in there a lot to see what's going on, help out when I can, talk, have fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what would you say is, you kind of touched on something, but like the biggest challenge so far?
I don't know. Racing is, I think about this literally every day. It's hard, right? Like I grew up wrestling. I wrestled for a while, and wrestling's it's a sport that if you go out there and beat me, you beat me. I mean, I need to get my endurance or get stronger, do something better. But racing it's a million different components on a race car. It's a million different factors of what's going to get you a win or not. So, and I think still every day learning that and understanding that, not being too hard on yourself if you don't go out there and get the win, or it wasn't a bad weekend, because you don't know. You don't know if you had the wrong right rear spring. You don't know if a tire was going bad.
God.
You don't know if your engine was performing well. I mean, I don't. There's so many factors of racing that you need to be successful. You're going to have great weeks. You're going to have bad weeks, and that's just part of it. But the more you can kind of just keep it, just not too high, too low, just keep it in the middle, kind of. I think you're going to perform better and have a better mindset. And so I think for me, what's the most difficult is get my mindset right and understanding that and not being too hard on myself.
I like that you just answered that because that was my next question. I feel like you are a very, I don't want to say like happy-go-lucky, but your vibe is there.
Yeah,
like you're always positive. You're always there. But obviously, you just mentioned the pressure is in racing at almost any level.
Yes.
You got to be on your game. You got to be winning races. You got to be performing. And so how do you, okay, you said mindset. Yeah. How, like, are there things that you do? Like, this is my jam here. Like, are there things that you do to work on that or to improve? Like, how do you stay grounded and just confident, like, it's going to work out? Yeah,
for me, it changes so much. I do so many different types of techniques and see little things that work for me. 1 week I might not listen to music on race day, or 1 week I might listen to like a hip hop or rap, and the next week I might listen to kind of slow music. And lately what's worked for me is like just a slow music, something that's calming. Because racing, I feel like you want to be calm, especially in the asphalt side of things. You don't want to overdrive your entry or just do stuff that's pretty erratic. So I try to stay calmer. But like I listen to a lot of I grew up a big fan of Conor McGregor. Okay. Especially when he was from like 2012 to like 2018, when he was really like working hard every day. Like his quotes, his mindset, just the way he would outwork people. It's something that I really try to instill in myself. I love outworking my competitor. Just do things that I know for a fact my competitors aren't doing. So I listen to a lot of like mental things he says, and I try to establish it into my everyday life. So every night or every day, if I go on my runs, I'm rarely ever listening to music. It's all like this mental quotes or this mindset training. Because you have to be race day, and when you get into that race car, you have to be fully there. Like for 200 laps, this is what you need to focus on. And it's very hard for that to worry. It's very hard. I mean, it's very easy for that to worry. Like you can start thinking about other stuff very easily, but the more you can kind of stay mentally sharp in the race car and even outside the race car for preparation, I think the better you're going to be. So I still do a lot of mental training, a lot of listening to quotes.
I love that.
Kind of just help that. And I know there's some guys that don't need to do anything. There's some guys that have this pure talent that can just get into a race car. They can just do it. They can party one night, all night, probably be drunk, and get into the race car at 12 o'clock and be fast. Yeah. For me and myself, that doesn't work.
We got to do the work.
I need to be there fully focused and work on that. So I'll just mental training.
Yeah, I love that because what I do, I mean, I don't race, but for my mindset, I wake up early and I'll read like a couple pages in a book. And then when I'm at the gym, I don't listen to like, okay, maybe when you're doing like errands or like the dishes or the laundry, you'll listen to music. Yeah. But when I'm at the gym, it's so funny because like you see people jamming out. And I'm over here listening to like, okay, and now breathe.
No, I'm not that into it. No, when I'm at the gym, I do listen to music.
Okay, you do. Well, you work out with other people too.
Yeah. So they always do. But well, now that I'm thinking about it, it's a mix. So we have our main speaker at the gym, and I guess whatever's playing, it's kind of decides if I put my headphones on or not and listen to my own thing. But some days I listen to Little Baby or whatever, and some days I listen to Conor McGregor and Tiger Woods quotes, just with the greatest LeBron, like with the greatest athletes in their respective roles, what they have to say. Because
I love learning from them.
They've done something right, and it's all a mindset thing. If you can do something to outwork your competitor, there's no reason why you shouldn't be one of the greatest.
Heck yeah, I love that. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna quote that right there from Lavar Scott. So, okay. I feel a lot of people that want to get where you're going and where you are into where you're going. Everyone's always wondering, like, how does one do it? But more so, I feel for you, it was almost like a belief. So what kind of, I guess, inspirational tip, now you get to turn the wheel here, of people that want to make it where you are, go to NASCAR, instead of worrying about the how, like what activity can they do?
Like for racing activity?
Whatever comes to mind.
Well, for me, it was really a blessing. because of the opportunity with Rev Racing and the NASCAR Premier Driver Development. It was a blessing. So without that, it had been a really, 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 it still is really difficult. But a lot of it, you have to, like you said, believe it. You have to really believe it. And everybody's situation is different. Some people, like for me to keep going up and progressing through the sport, I'm in need and searching for funding, sponsorship each and every day.
Yep.
Some people have the means where they don't really need to do that. They can just focus on the racing side of things and the racecraft and work hard on that and get some wins. And they already have the means to be able to move up. But any situation, if you really believe it and know you can do it, and hard work. So, and that's different for everybody, whether it's working hard on the racetrack or working hard on the business side to be able to go to the racetrack.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say because my situation was with Rev Racing. I knew this is what I wanted to do, so I set out my goal. I set out for 2019 to have a really good season inside the race car, show them really good results, and I could be on that team, and that could lead me to where I'm at now. That was kind of my goal, and that's what I set out for myself, and I worked hard to accomplish that. So now my goal is, obviously I want to be in a truck and an Xfinity car soon, so now my goal is being in that, and now I got to figure out how to do that. For me, I think my on-track stuff is really good, still progressing. Obviously, it always needs work, right? So now I'm working on the business side of things. So it's honestly a situation that it's going to be different for everybody, but it's you have to look at yourself and know what do you need at the exact time, and whatever you need, work hard and go get it.
I feel a lot of people don't realize is you're in this ride, you're racing Arca, you're living the dream, right? We got bigger goals, but
Yes.
we're living the dream. However, you kind of just noted is you want to be present. You need to be present.
Yes.
You need to be winning these races, but you also need to be worrying about what's going on next year.
Yes, for sure. I mean, and I've been worrying about 2026 since December of 2024.
Yeah.
Like it's brutal. It is brutal. I mean, we have Kansas. We have Kansas this week, and most of my time this week is going to be within meetings and doing stuff, trying to get ready for races that are months ahead, and trying to get ready for next year and plan stuff for next year and find a way to make it work. And it sucks that it's like that, but it's just, I guess, the sport that I'm in and the sport that I love. Yeah. So I would never give up, but it's definitely it's a brutal sport because I want to drive a race car.
Every race car driver. I just want to race.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to people.
I want to drive a race car. Like I love doing like different things for my sponsors, like whether it's kids activations or doing things for the youth or traveling for different sponsorship things. Like I love that stuff, but the actual computer work of it and sending emails and figuring out B2B connection, like it's so much stuff that's, I don't know. I still don't know how to do it. I'm working on it, but I don't know how, but it's definitely difficult. Like for me, like after 4:00 when I get home, I prep my dinner and I go play sim for hours. I'm trying to stream. Like I always want to be driving a race car, but just the sport that I love for some reason doesn't allow me to. I got to work on other things to be able to do that.
It's so wild. So what are you going to college for?
Motorsports management.
Okay, so like you're going to school
to help the business side of things.
Smart man.
But I tell you that I have been trying everything to make this my full-time profession, my full-time career. I am trying. And just with Rev Racing and NASCAR Premier Driver Development, I've had a good chance to really make that happen. I just got to figure out how to complete it.
Okay, so my golden question is, like, do you have a personal life, dude? Like, does it exist?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you schedule that in?
I don't know. Maybe not. Like, so like I've always, and me and Billy was just talking about this, like I always want to be inside of a race car. So like weekends that I'm not racing my Arca car, I want to race my dirt car.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, so if I'm at the shop from Monday through Thursday, or in Charlotte from Monday through Thursday, I'm either at the race shop and then I go home and play my simulator. And then on the weekends, I'll travel on a Friday and race, blah, blah, blah. So maybe not. I don't think I do.
No. I mean,
off season, I guess.
Listen, what off season?
Yeah, true.
I mean, my brother, we've always discussed this. Now my husband too is like, we wouldn't trade this for anything else. Like you're getting to live out your passion and what you're driven towards. But at the same time, like I feel, I mean, maybe because I got 10 years on you. Oh my God. Is being in the sport for 32 years, you realize like you want time with your family.
Yes.
You know, you need that. But luckily they back you enough that they're there. So I guess my question is, I mean, we're at 21 here. So I don't know how much has happened yet, but do you feel making this big adjustment, moving away from home, from your family, like, has it cost you anything?
Yes. So 100%. So I come from a very big and tight family in Jersey.
Okay. All right.
So we have a family business, and we're there. Growing up, we were there every day together, every day. I race, my brother races, my aunts used to race, my cousins race now. My grandpa's always in the shop working on race cars. Like everything is very, very tight knit, close in my family. So going from that, and then being 16, my grandma moved with me to Charlotte.
Someone needed to drive you to work.
Exactly. And then when I turned 17, she moved back home, obviously, because she wants to be with the family, my grandpa.
That was sweet of her.
She was awesome for coming. But now I'm in Charlotte at 17 by myself. So that was so hard. I mean, that was, I go to the race shop every day, and I try to stay there for as long as possible so I don't have to go home by myself. And now
alone.
Now when I get home, it's like, who do I talk to? My mom, love her so much. Like she was on the phone with me for hours all night because I'm away and I'm bored, alone. But it's still not the same. I can't call up my little cousin and say, hey, let's go ride dirt bikes anymore. I can't go to Applebee's with my friends. Like I can't go do anything. So that was very tough, that adjustment. So it definitely cost me a lot. But now I'm at the point where I need that. Like I love it. Like I got here last night and I'm already going home tomorrow or Monday morning, one of the two. I haven't seen yet.
Thank you for giving your time to us from your family.
Anything for you guys. But it's solely because I feel like if I'm not in Charlotte nowadays, like I'm not doing my job. Like I'm not working, because here I wake up and I go to the family business and kind of just hang out with them and help them and go on tows, work on cars with them, which is good. I love doing it, but that's not helping me get to my goal for sure. So when I'm in Charlotte, my life is kind of already, I have my set schedule. I know I'm going to work out 8 o'clock. I know I'm going to send out some emails. I'm going to do the business side of things, and I'm working to be where I want to be at. Where here, it's not happening. I know that if I'm wasting time being here, I'm not going to ever get to that, which kind of sucks. But in the future, it's going to pay off, so I'm okay with it.
And I feel for your family, for your cousins, and anyone younger, it's very inspirational. You know, like there are, with any dream, there are sacrifices that have to be made. For sure. But to show them like, hey, I'm putting this time now.
Yes.
To chase after my dreams. You should be able to chase after your dreams.
100%. And my little cousin, he last week or 2 weeks ago, he came to Charlotte with me for a week. He got to come to Rockingham race. No, he's homeschooled. So he goes to the race shop all the time, works on his race car and go races. That's awesome. He lives the life. But I know he came to one track with me, Rockingham, and then he stayed with me throughout the whole week and just kind of got to see my life and see how hard we actually do work. Yeah. And he got to come to Talladega with me. So I do like them to see what I'm doing and know, like, if you work hard, there's no reason why you can't be in the same position I'm at this age, or probably farther ahead. Because if I make it, I promise you all my money's going to probably go back to them, making sure they make it too. So no, I just want them to see what I do and how hard I actually work, so that they kind of have a same, if they want it, the same goal in mind and know you can achieve it.
Now, we were talking earlier about, at a young age, how we fast forward to adulthood real freaking quick in racing. Now, being where you are, you have like you said, every day you're calling people for sponsorship. And from a young age, my dad always engraved into my brother and I is your reputation and how you hold yourself, because how you act, whether you're at the grocery store or you're at the racetrack, there's people that might know you there.
100%.
So how do you feel? I mean, I feel like you do a great job
Thank
holding yourself together, but at the same time, I feel it can be a little stressful.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, for me, I don't think it's stressful for me, because
you don't have a personal life. Okay. So there is no, I don't even know why I asked that question.
No, I was gonna say, because like how I am now compared to how I am with my friends, it's
You're the same person.
I'm the same person. Like it doesn't switch. It does. I'm just the same person. So if somebody doesn't like me or think I'm presentable or this and that, I just have to accept that.
Yeah.
Because I am the same person, no matter what situation I'm in or what environment I am. Now, granted, I'm not going to probably act the exact same way I do with my friends going out to dinner that I'm going to do with in a business meeting, right? It's different, but morally and essentially, I think I'm the same person.
Listen, gosh, this just came back to when I was in high school, but let's fast forward a little bit here. This was a while ago. My bachelorette weekend, my girlfriends were like, they're in racing, but not like at the point where we're at, where I'm like building this reputation, this brand.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, let's go to the bars. And I'm like, we're going to find a house in the woods. We're going to get drunk and there's going to be no evidence.
Yep. See that
no evidence.
That's more so that's how I am. Like, so growing up, before 21, I've never taken a sip of alcohol. I never did anything.
Good for you.
And on my 21st birthday, my family wanted to take me out, obviously, which was fine.
It's like a ritual.
But I told them there would be no phones, no videos, no nothing. And y'all guys have to make sure nothing dumb happens, and I go to bed at a good time. Nothing crazy happens.
Tuck me in.
Just make sure I'm okay and somebody's with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened. It was fun. It was definitely a fun night, and I'm glad I got to experience it. But before then, I did like you. Just make sure you got to set a boundary, right? You can't be dumb because it is a reputation. It is your brand, and if that's not good or aligned well with different partners you're working with, things aren't going to pay off. So you can have fun. Just you have to be smart. You have to be smart.
Well, I feel like at any age we're still young enough. We want to have fun, but at the same time, your reputation is on the line.
For sure.
Like you could lose it all tomorrow.
You could lose everything. Yeah. But I really love being in the racing environment. So like even like today,
I get it.
Yeah, today like my friends are all going to like the Phillies game to watch that game. And I could go, but I have a chance to go race on a dirt car, so I'm gonna go do that. You know what I mean?
He needs to race.
I need to race. I'm gonna get better.
To race. Exactly.
I am.
So, kind of spinning off of the no phones stuff is, what's your take on social media? Because I mean, I have a love-hate with it, but especially it's so funny because I did a podcast recording with another driver. He's in like the dirt late model world, and he's like, I know I need to be on social media, but I'm so anti. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be left in the dust.
Yeah, it's brutal. For me, like you said, it's love-hate. I think I love it like during like good weekends.
Yeah,
like weekends where you have a lot of content stuff you can promote. But like you're up there. It's really good. But like really, like I have a decent following on Instagram and stuff like that, but nothing of the magnitude that where I need it to be or want it to be. But I try. Like I think all my content looks really good and I have a good post. And thank you. That means a lot coming from you. TikTok, I'm trying. Like he's been working on my TikTok for me, editing some videos, stuff like that. But it sucks because
I was hoping TikTok was gonna banned. Okay,
I did
one
too.
more. I don't need it. I don't want it.
I thought the same thing because it's like it's just another platform where you have to work so hard on to build, and it's important, right?
You need it.
Like TikTok and Instagram, I think are
that's where everyone is. Facebook
and X.
Oh, X. Yeah.
X in NASCAR for some reason is really popular.
Very.
I don't know why, but I'm not big on that. I'm not big on TikTok. I'm trying to be. So it's hard. I think if I was a big influence on all those platforms, I would probably love it because everything I do is going to have good numbers. Yeah. But I can work hard we worked on a video for a day last week and got it got some views but nothing good. Yes. You know what I mean? And it's just it's hard.
Well, you're a real. I look at you as. I mean, no offense to other racers, but like you're a real racer. You just want to race.
Yeah.
And then like I feel like you and my husband will get along very well because he hates social media with a passion. And he's like, I have to post. I'm like, fine, I'll post it for you. Like he just put me in the race car. Yeah. I just want to turn left.
Yeah, and I love that. But I think it's just in the world we're in now. You have to be good at that. Yeah. So like. I'm working to do some bigger things, like different content stuff. I'm trying to do whatever I can to put my face, my brand out there more. And I'm slowly, I think as you see the numbers progress and you see things getting better, I think I'm going to love it more. And then it's okay, but I got to get better at it. So it's all fine.
Well, it's hard to not compare yourself to other drivers and what they're doing. And if they're not at the caliber you're at or succeeding as much, and yet they have so many followers, and it's like, what am I doing wrong?
And it's a weird balance, right? Like, you want to have good professional content, but that stuff takes time and a lot of money to get done.
Yeah.
But then you can push out content every day with clips you're doing throughout the day with 7 seconds, 8 seconds all the time, and that can you might do it 30 days and one of them gets a million views or 500,000 views, so that's something. But for me, like, I'm trying to find the balance of that. Like, I want my Instagram and my TikTok to look professional, but you can't, if that's the case, you can't post too much, or you can't, because you just don't have the content to do that all the time. But I don't want to post too much of just everyday content where it doesn't look up to par anymore. It's a weird balance. It's very confusing.
We're going to talk afterwards. Okay. We're going to talk. Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from, right?
Absolutely.
It's weird. So, like, this had to be 2 months ago. I was looking at my Instagram and it looks professional. Like, all the pictures are like professionally taken at the racetrack or things like that nature. But it's like, well, if that's the case, why don't I have 100,000 followers or more? And I'm like, okay, well, I must have to kind of change that and just post more of my everyday stuff.
Dude, you gotta test it.
So now I'm trying to post like my workouts more, or just little things I'm doing in the shop, or make a quick 10-second video to post. Like, I'm slowly turning to more of just not so professional, just good content still, but stuff you can see every day, stuff that's normal that people can actually engage with.
People want you.
Yes.
People want you.
Yes.
Trust me, people
for sure.
want you. Yeah, it's hard because I get it. You want to look professional. You want the aesthetically pleasing content in the feed, but the biggest thing for you and any driver, any person on social media is you bring something different to the table than the other drivers that you're racing against.
Yes.
What is it? And you need to share that. We might not know what it is right now.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
We might not know what it is, but the more you start showing yourself, the more people are going to be like, oh, wow, like, he's so regimented, or, he's 1,000%. And, like, imagine just popping up in your stories and be like, all right, I'm going to take you for a whole day of my life. It doesn't have to be in your feed. I think you should try it.
Yeah, I'm working on everything. So
it sucks, but you should try it.
I will, for sure. For sure. You gotta find the balance. I think my mistake was like I growing up, I loved like Lewis Hamilton, and now like lately I've been watching like Charles Clark and all that stuff. But it's like all their content is super professional and nicely taken, but they're also F1 drivers who get paid millions of dollars.
Yes.
So they
can do that,
right?
Yes.
So like every time, like I was always like trying to match my feeds, like stuff like Lewis like was posting, like the way it would like go, but I'm not there yet. Like that stuff's not attracting sponsors or people anymore. So I got to do stuff that's going to be engaging to grow that platform.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Listen, I
think about this stuff constantly. Like
we could toss ideas.
24/7.
Happy to, because everyone always gets so surprised when I tell them what equipment I use. I'm like, hi, I use my iPhone 15, to make our videos. I have Rode mics. Like, I'm slowly getting better, but I don't have, I'm working on a camera crew here. But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and look what it's done for you. It's
working.
Steady, consistent content. That's good.
Exactly.
And that's the biggest thing. It's hard to stay consistent. Because with me, like, I feel like things change so much throughout the race, and you have on a race day, it's kind of jam packed. You have practice really fast, and you go to qualifying, and then you have to go do an engagement or something with like at the fan zone with the kids. And now you only have 30 minutes or 45 minutes before your race starts, or you have to get to the grid for all your pre-race stuff. So I gotta get a chance to get a snack in and eat.
This is why you're molding your cousin, right? Yes.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Okay.
When he
doesn't look thrilled, but
no, I don't think. I've been trying to tell him for months. Like, if he got his content and his media stuff and the pictures and videos like working really good, it would help me tremendously. Like, I want one day for him to give him all my logins to all my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok, and
I'm working on my 4-year-old niece. Working on her. You got a couple years.
He's gonna do it though. one day, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And I've been trying to work on a YouTube channel. I kind of want him to start. We got a little camera. I want him to start taking videos. Yeah. So tonight we're going at the airport. We're going to take some videos to post for TikTok and stuff like that. And I got like a little mic you plug into your phone, so you can like walk away and talk, and it's there. We'll do some stuff for TikTok. So we're trying.
Gotta dabble.
Yeah.
Gotta dabble. Okay, so toss us a bone here. This is whatever comes to mind. What is something that most people might not know about you? Something that would be surprising. That we're okay with sharing.
Most might know about me.
We're pulling back the layers.
I don't know.
We're peeling it. If we're gonna be real on social media, here's your first step.
Most people might know. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty.
Do you like bubble baths? I mean,
I do.
You like bubble baths? All right.
Sometimes after like long or hard workouts, I gotta put some Epsom salt in bubbles.
So that's perfect. Nailed it. I just walked right into that one.
That's funny. Yeah, I do that often.
Yeah,
that's funny. I didn't think I would share that one.
I got you.
I don't know. I like going on. Recently, I like outdoor activities, going on hikes.
Boring. Next.
Like I don't know. There's nothing too crazy about me.
Well, obviously, because you don't have a social life outside.
I guess so.
He likes Epsom salt baths.
Yes.
Let me think here. Like, do you put the?
Give me an example. What about you?
Oh, I wasn't ready for me.
Yeah. See.
Oh, the world knows pretty much everything about me. I don't keep anything back. Let's see. Oh gosh. Yes, I see what the pressure is.
Yes, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty open already. So I don't have nothing.
Morning routines. I mean, you get up at 7:45 and you're in work by 9.
No.
By 8?
6:45.
Oh, 6:45 and you're in work by 8.
Yes.
So you really don't allow a lot. What do you do in that time frame?
Coffee.
We got the coffee.
Well, no. Let me fix that. Before I have a cup of coffee, I always have to drink water first.
Do you keep water at the bedside?
Sometimes.
Okay.
If not, I wake up, go right to the kitchen, get some water. So that, and then coffee.
Have you ever tried brushing your teeth with the opposite hand? You should try that sometime. It like works some different brave thingies brave. Yeah, some brain waves. I was making a word up. Yeah, because like now I'm going off on tangent. You know how? Okay, you start your day. I mean, I have my morning routine. I'm not going to like go into detail, but like for people that go to work every morning, you know, when you get in the car and all of a sudden you just show up at work.
Yeah.
It's like you're on autopilot. So when you do your morning routine, instead of being on autopilot, trigger your brain to start thinking about different things by using a different hand. You might come up with different ideas.
That. Yeah. I think I've used my right hand to brush my teeth probably every day for my whole life. I never ever.
I feel like I missed a couple spots with my left hand, but it's worth a shot. Try it.
Yeah, I'll try it.
You're going to be like, okay, what is going to come to mind today?
I've never thought about that. And I think about that when I'm doing it. But no, morning, I just water, coffee. And then really like, I think I give myself enough time to kind of have a slow paced morning. Not rushing. Okay. Just kind of, I want to check an email or.
Do you check your phone immediately?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I probably should work on that, but I do like a notification or Instagram or.
Does your phone ever go on D&D?
No, and I don't like people who do that.
Sorry,
I don't like it.
Just call them twice and it goes through.
Yeah, but it's like, so if you do it, I can understand. You have a lot of things probably going on throughout your day. You're busy working on content, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, go away.
But there are some people that do not need D&D on their phone 24/7, but just want to leave it on for a point. And that irks me. It's like, at that point, you would never get a phone call from me again because it's just, you don't need D&D.
Good to know.
And I think he does it sometimes. It's like, you're home, probably watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Just stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Well, for me, so mine is from 10 p.m. till 7 a.m.
That's fair. That's respectable.
Yeah.
I don't go to bed till late. Lately.
Well, listen, my dad, he was always on this racing schedule of like, even when he wasn't racing, he goes to bed. It'd be in the dead of winter and he'd be going to bed at 1 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm training. But then he sleeps until 9, bro.
Yeah, I wish. But that's like, honestly, I think I get a lot of my work done at around that time. I go to bed probably around lately, this past month, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
I've been working very hard on just trying to get stuff ready for 2026.
Yeah.
So, and I always make time to read the Bible, I pray, and that takes a good amount of my time routine.
See, something I did not know.
Yeah, very,
There you
very.
go.
This year, even last year, my whole life. Like I grew up. I went to a private Christian school from 5th grade to 9th grade, and always had a relationship with God. But these past 2 years, I've just really close. Like got really, really closer with Him, and I think that's just helped everything. Like just knowing if I have a bad day, a good day, like it's all thanks to God.
Yeah.
No matter what, like God's taking care of me. That's just the end of it. And but that stuff takes time throughout my night, and then I get off sim late, and then always have a phone call with a friend or something. And lately, I have my cousin, me and him read the Bible together every night.
I love
and he always prays, but his prayers are like 10 minutes long.
Good man.
So, yeah, for sure. So it's pretty funny. But no, and I don't. By the time all that stuff happens, I take a shower, sit on my phone for another whatever, scroll through some TikToks. It's probably
Deep,
1
dark
o'clock.
hole, bro.
Yeah, it's
TikTok's
scary
about deep, dark hole.
for sure. For sure, it is bad because you say, even this morning, like I set my alarm to get up at 7:45, and I got up, I watched TikTok until like 8 o'clock, and then I was like, I watched it to 8:05.
Yeah.
Then 8:10. Like I gotta get up.
There's the hole. Wait, did you guys go for did you run?
No, it's tomorrow.
Oh, Mom.
It's tomorrow. That was my fault. Like she
Okay.
sent me the email, and for some reason I thought it said Saturday, but we talked about it last night. I was like, I gotta do the thing tomorrow. I'm ready for the run. She said it's Sunday. I said, and I was gonna text you, but I was like, it's already set for 12. It'll be fine.
It's totally fine. I get that. So speaking of mom and family, I mean, you kind of touched on, but it's nice that you still dabble in the dirt racing, you know, because with what you have going on with Rev Racing and Arca, you're not racing every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
So to be able to jump in, I mean, we saw you Trenton earlier, right?
Yeah. That was probably the worst. No, we were talking about that on the way here. Like we had to pass Trenton. I was like, I don't ever want to come back to that place. Like I love to, and I am, but that had to be the worst race of my weekend of my life ever.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, you're going to have those days. Like,
Yeah.
and I can't stress this enough. I don't know what's changed these past 2-3 years in the dirt world, but really for me that I've seen was the micro world. Like you can buy a 15 grand, 12 grand micro and go be competitive. Now,
Oh, dude.
if you're not working anything every day and
You're behind.
lubing everything or figuring out what's working, you are behind.
Yeah.
And for me, my brother, he has his own car and works every day. My grandpapa's getting older, so he helps us on when we're at the shop. If we need help and he's out there, he helps us. But he's not gonna go work on my car for me. He has his own car he works on, so I'm still stuck on getting sure my car is ready.
Yeah.
And it's hard when you're racing an Arca car and you come home and now I gotta remember what setup I had in it 3 months ago and what was my torsion bars or what shocks are fast right now. What's the left front spring? I don't know.
Yeah. If you're not in it every single day.
Did I block it correctly? So, but for me, like as a driver, I feel like if I was in, and my family, my mom and grandpa, they make sure if I need something that's faster or works, that they would get it for me. But
Yeah.
I don't know what to ask for. I don't know what's fast right now. So I feel like as a driver, I can get in really good equipment and be fine.
Yeah.
It's just me personally, I don't keep my car up to par to compete at the level that I want to. And this year, I'll make sure some of my focus gets back onto that thing to make sure when I go, it's not a bad showing like that one for sure. For sure.
Now, do you kind of just wing it when you come home, or do you have your whole season already figured out?
Wing it.
Really?
Yeah. Like there's some weekends where like I do want to just chill for a weekend.
Yeah.
Like if we have just a tough week and tough workout stuff like that, I'll be okay with just chilling on Saturday and Sunday in North Carolina and watching the Xfinity and Cup race.
Yeah.
But most weekends now this year, I really want to prioritize getting back in that car a lot. Like last year, I probably raced it 4 times, and which was okay because I had some dirt races in the Carper's car at Millbridge. So like I was still racing something often.
Yeah.
But this year, like there's no reason for me not to be here when I'm not racing my car racing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Needs to be racing.
Exactly. I have to be. I have to be.
So curious is, have you ever, like, has it crossed your mind? Because this is something I always think about is like leaving a legacy, you know, because I feel you're paving the way. You're obviously accomplishing quite a bit for 21.
Thank you.
Do you feel has that ever crossed your mind of like what kind of legacy on and off the track? Like, you know, we talk about reputation and holding yourself, but is there anything that crossed your mind of, okay, I always like to say we're going to die when we're like 150. So in 130, 40 years from now, what do you want people to remember?
I honestly never really thought about that too
this
much.
Is what you're going to bet when you brush your teeth?
For me, it's what people remember, and if it's a positive thing, is obviously really good. But for me, it's more so my family.
Absolutely.
Like, I want my little cousins, and I just had a little niece 2 weeks ago. Yes. My brother. Like, I want my mom. I want all of them to be very, very proud of me, and be able to do something that changes their life one day. You know what I mean? Put them in a better position. So I think as long as that stuff is kind of set in stone in a positive manner, everything else will kind of take care of itself. I never really ever thought about what other people or legacy I could leave on a huge thing. Now, when it comes to like NASCAR, like obviously I want a lot more minorities and African Americans to be able to race in NASCAR. That's one thing that's a main big goal of mine. But when it comes to personal, like a real legacy, I think I want to leave a huge impact on my family, on my little cousins growing up, obviously one day a son or a daughter, things like that. But on a massive scale of things, I would love to see more African Americans in the sport.
I love that.
And just minorities in general.
Yeah, good. I like that. Good goals. All right. Yeah. I told you, you're going to be thinking about these things when you're brushing your teeth with your left hand. Be like, I should have said this.
I will.
So, what I always like to leave with my guests on these episodes is like a piece of advice. I mean, you've been dropping good ones here and there. However, let's circle back to, it could be, I don't want to say when you were 5. All right. Like, I don't even remember anything at 5, but when your younger years, your younger version, maybe let's go back to when you were 16, 15, 16. Like, what kind of advice would you have given yourself as far as like, everything's going to be fine, or do this, don't do that? And
it sucks. I have to say this because it's something that I didn't want to say because I thought about it when I was younger, but didn't want to have to say it when I was older. But I wish I'd have worked more on the social media side and did like the funny skits or the funny videos.
Oh, like dancing on TikTok? No, I tried that. It didn't work.
No, it's just something that when you're younger, it's even now, if I did more stuff, different things, kind of experiment, it's accepted, right? Yeah. But back then, when you're 16, 15, doing whatever on social media, I mean, trying different things, like it's very accepted. You know, people want to see that. You want to see you try different things. So I feel like if I'd have done more of that stuff, I would probably be in a better position on like social media, and just maybe that would help where I'm at in racing, right? So I just wish I would have done more and not been so just set on
racing.
It's hard, right?
It is. It's terrible. There's a lot of balls in the air when it comes to having success in racing. It's not just being a good race car driver.
It's not. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I feel like if I wasn't so focused on racing, would I be here? Would I have good results to be here?
It all lined up.
Maybe not
the way it was supposed to.
For sure. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's gold. I think that's gold. Well, speaking of social media, is where can everyone find you? So
Instagram's Lavar Scott, Twitter's Lavar Scott, Facebook's Lavar Scott, TikTok's L.Scott_34.
Oh no, is there another Lavar Scott on TikTok?
Somebody's not impersonating. They said there's a TikTok account that's
the worst.
Posted me, but it's good. I mean, they always say #Lavar Scott, so I guess it's helping me out a little bit, right?
Publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna. It's fine for me.
Yeah. Well, dude, thank you so much for taking the time. Good luck for the rest of the season. I'm really excited. We're totally tossing ideas back and forth. But for our listeners and our viewers, definitely be sure to give him a follow, give him a shout out, and no peer pressure on social media, but we will all be watching.
That's fine. Thank you. It'll be good content, professional, some not. Just a mix now, so it'll be fun.
We're mixing. Well, thank you so much. And I just can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Thank you so much for having me. Like I told you before, it meant a lot. I grew up watching a lot of your stuff.
Oh, stop making me feel old.
I'm serious.
Bro.
I know.
I grew up watching. Stop it.
I would go to Action Track and be happy to race against Billy because he was in the Lamar Schaefer
LHS
car, and you always
Did I have the GoPros on the car?
Yes.
Yep.
I knew that was always going to be the car to beat, him or Buckwater back in there. But so it's pretty cool to actually have a real conversation with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's real life.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Thank you.